Welcome to Football As We See It, everybody. This is Floydy the Seaside Geordie, and with me is Jebby the Postman, who doesn't fail to deliver. And what can we say about this weekend? This weekend has been full of blue. Oh, that's what Anfield says anyway, after all these blue flares going off. What's all that about, Jebby lad? Come on.
Oh my God, I can't believe it.
That's class,
They've been done, haven't they? They've been done.
That was funny, that. So someone has gone out of the way to get a load of flares, change them, a load of blue flares, change them with a red label and sell them outside Anfield. I tell you what, isn't it? You can't shake that. I mean, that's class. That is good, that. I know, obviously, it's the last thing Liverpool want to be seeing, is it? But that's funny, that. I love that. That's good crack, that, isn't it?
It's good. It is a good crack.
It is, isn't it? So, Liverpool Football Club have officially, even though they'd taken it before the new year, they've officially won the league. With an absolutely walloping victory over an abysmal Tottenham, who actually did a bit for a little bit. Glimpses in the game, they looked all right, but again, it's like Man United. Glimpses, they look all right, and just
the right opponent for Liverpool, wasn't it, to seal the title?
Yeah.
If you wanted to pick one team to beat, and it was the 20th title, then Tottenham Hotspur.
Well, it's not the 20th. It's not the 20th Premier League, though, is it? It's the second.
Yeah, well, the 20th.
I don't matter. But Premier Leagues, when people class goals, they only class the Premier League goals, don't they? How many scored in the Premier League? So, but Liverpool are classed titles.
Well, they're now the best team that have ever graced England.
Are they?
Because now they're equal with Man United and got more European clubs.
Yeah, but we've not got more Premier Leagues than Man United, have we? Which is the best league in the world.
It doesn't matter.
Why does it not matter?
Well, why do you think? It's just a different name, isn't it?
It's not. How long? No. So the Premier League, how long's the Premier League been the best league for? 15 years? Wasn't the best league? Years? Yeah. So when Liverpool won it 30 years ago, was it the best league in the world? Probably not, because there was just all English players.
Well, that's irrelevant, isn't it? They've won the league. They've won the league 20 times now.
Yeah, no, but they've not won the Premier League. What I'm saying is Man United have won the best league in the world a lot more times than anybody else.
Just a different name. First Division Premier League, it doesn't really matter.
No, it is. That's what we're saying. When it was the First Division, it was 95% English players. Nobody.
It doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter.
You say now the French leagues and stuff like that are awful leagues. Like, you're telling me now in the 80s the English league was the best league in the world? Definitely not.
Probably not, but you can't take it away from Liverpool.
I'm not taking it away. I'm not taking it away. What I'm saying is the best league, since it's been the best league in the world, it was the Premier League when all the best players went there and Man United dominated it. So how can you say that Liverpool are better when Man United have won? How many have they won? How many Premier Leagues?
They've won 13 Premier Leagues.
Okay, so they won 13 Premier Leagues.
That's irrelevant.
Because you want it to be.
It's 20 league titles.
No, it's
in
not.
The first division that Liverpool have won. Equal Man United in the official. From the word from Gary Neville's voice yesterday, that Liverpool are the best team that have ever graced England.
I don't care what you're saying. What I'm saying,
Man United fan.
What I'm saying is, Man United have won the most. Man United have won the best league in the world the most times. Are you agreeing with that?
Yeah, but
that's it. Then that's the end of the story. It is. It isn't. Are you talking about the whole range of Celtic stuff now? Yeah, that's
20 league title.
Doesn't matter. It's a different league. Premier League is the best league in the world. You say that, don't you?
Yeah.
Premier League.
It is, but the 80s, the 70s produced unbelievable British players.
Sure.
So you can't.
When's the last time we spoke in a pod about anyone from the 70s or 80s? You always say the Premier League
we don't go
now.
That back, do we? But you have to
because it wasn't
the history of the game.
No, because the history of Liverpool. That's the only thing you're bringing up. Liverpool have won the league. They played the best this season. They've been the best team by far, which is what I'm saying. But to start saying, I just think you're taking it into a different story there, because Manchester United have dominated the best league in the world over the last quarter century.
Yeah, but I'm not going to take anything away from that. That's brilliant. And
yeah, but you're trying to say,
down to Alex Ferguson.
yeah, but it's the best league in the world.
Of course, it's the best league in the
Well,
world.
it wasn't when Liverpool won it. It weren't when Liverpool won it because you weren't allowed foreign players.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter.
But it clearly does, mate.
Liverpool dominated the 80s. Then Ferguson came and United dominated the 90s and the early 2000s.
I'm not. Yeah,
and then City came along and Chelsea came along.
I'm not arguing that. No, I'm not arguing any of that. I'm saying, when did the Premier League become the best league in the world? Which you are the one that always says it's the best league in the world.
Well, the best league in the world was when Man United didn't win it.
So when did
the best time is Guardiola?
You said, when did it become the best league in the world for Premiership? You always say it's the best Premiership. Okay, then.
When Pep Guardiola came.
So you're saying the Premiership wasn't the best league in the world before Pep came? Is that now what you're saying?
No, because Barcelona and Real Madrid.
So you see the Liga? Right.
The Spanish league was the best. You know that.
This is
the amount of European cups that Real Madrid and Barcelona got.
This is a worse backup story you've ever had. So you're saying,
if you go outside Anfield now, you'll see on the wall 2020.
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. I'm not
going brackets. Oh, because they were poor, because it was just British players in the 80s.
I've not said that. I've not said that for 1 minute. What I'm saying is, I've not said that one bit. What I'm saying is, the best team in English football throughout being the best league in the world. Yeah. So say probably from 95, 96, the Premier League started becoming the best league in the world football, didn't it? You've got to agree with me with that. Come on. The foreigners started coming in. It was flooded with foreigners. It was becoming, everybody wanted to play in the Premier League. It was the most iconic league in the world. Yeah?
Of course it was, yeah.
Right, so from the late 90s, like 98, 97, 98, 99, the treble winning season for United. So what I'm saying is, from them years, so the best league in the world, the most competitive league in world football, the most successful team was Manchester United. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Of
course it was.
So you can't start saying other teams are more successful when we're playing a load of shite in the old League One.
I said the best official team
it's not official
of our game is Liverpool, and that came from Gary Neville's mouth last night.
Do you think that's I know, but he's paid by Sky Sports and that, and he's got to. He couldn't start arguing saying Man United are more superior when he's being paid by Sky Sports on the Liverpool game. We all know that.
I just listen to him and see what he says.
So do you think that then? Do you actually think that? So going from Man United through... Right, okay. So you actually think that Liverpool winning the league twice in the last 30 years makes them the best league team in the world? You actually think that? Really? I don't care that you like Liverpool. I'm asking you your honest opinion. I don't support Man United. I'm actually saying, do you actually think that makes them the most successful team in the world, having won the Premier League twice since 1992 to 2025? That's just an honest.
It depends how you're calling it, doesn't it? If
that's what I'm saying.
Premier League, then no, obviously not.
Well, that's what I'm saying to you. The Premier League has been the best league in the world from the late 90s.
Yeah,
and again,
United, obviously.
Where you go? Well, I'm not making an argument, but I'm just trying to say I have my way of. It's a fair argument, I'd say, what I just said, but Liverpool deserve every second of winning the Premier League this year. Every second.
They certainly do.
And Solanke put a 1-0 up. And do you know what? Even with Solanke 1-0 up, I probably would have bet my house that Liverpool would have won the game still. There's not a second that you actually think, oh, God, what could happen? Is there? And I think you're the same.
Yeah. No, you know how Tottenham play, don't you? He's just
awful.
Crazy.
But,
no, Liverpool, fully deserved it all season, haven't they?
Yeah, 100%.
Been excellent. No one would have ever thought it, to be fair, before the season started. I never.
I didn't.
Many pundits wouldn't have added
it. So. I called out Slot, didn't I, at the start? And it's on video. I was like, you can't just come from Verde's league and jump into the hot seat and think that you're going to clean up. And honestly, that's exactly what he's done. And again, everyone goes, the management side of it's been brilliant by him, because a lot of people are like, they've not signed anyone all season. And you can say they've not signed anyone, but sometimes he has, because Gravenberch, didn't really do anything under Klopp. Klopp never really
No.
gave it. Was it Klopp's signing, do you reckon? Gravenberch? Really? Do you think it was?
Yeah,
Or
I do, but I just think he had a couple of injuries, that season in his first season. He fancied Endo over him, didn't he? I think because it was more, the games were more chaotic, more end to end. So their Endo was more like defensive minded, so he could break up play more. But Slot's just fitted Gravenberch in a system where it's a bit more controlled and it suits his game. And he's been excellent, hasn't he? With all the other two midfielders, with McAllister in Szoboszlai or Curtis Jones if he comes in. So it's worked well because it's controlled football under Slot in it. And he's just tweaked a few things. He's made Salah. He's improved players already in his first season. Salah's improved.
do you think
His numbers
Salah?
are obscene, aren't they?
Do you think Salah's improved, or do you think? And I don't mean this in a bad way as well. It's a question. Do you think him kind of slowing down with his age has brought him into the game a little bit more? You know, because obviously we used to say how greedy he was. Do you think it's like made him think a bit more about his team? Do you reckon that? Or
Yeah, well, I think they had a massive conversation before the season started, didn't they? Him and Slot, and he wanted Salah to just basically play offensive football. Don't come back and track back. Save all your energy for at least 90 minutes, and when the ball comes to you, you do your thing, what you're good at. If that's an assist or a goal or a cross or whatever he does. And that's why the numbers are so high this season, because he's just thought, because he's so deadly in front of goal or he can pick a pass out. Forget about the defensiveness. You've got cover there with Gravenberch. You can go to the right-hand side. You know, you've got your Trents and your other midfielders. And he's just let Salah just play his offensive game, and it's worked, hasn't it? And that's why the numbers are there this season. Like they have been every season, but he's not tracking back as much. And you can see that in games now. So it's affecting Liverpool, and it's made his numbers unbelievable, to be fair. And 46 goals and assists just in the Premier League, and we're not even counting in the cup competitions. So it's incredible, really.
good. Well, it's
what do you think?
No, I do agree. I'm asking your opinion. You see Liverpool a lot more than me, and like I say, then I'm just going off a whole Klopp last year. Gravenberch was a signing under the Klopp era. He didn't really have too much of a shout, and everyone's like, "Oh, they won the league without signing anyone." Slightly disagree, because Gravenberch has been a huge part of the season, and he is a new signing, isn't he? I mean, he's no mug. It's not like signing a third string right back for 3 million. He's a big player, and he's shown that in exactly what he does this season. Like I say again, I've said to you from about I was the first one to slag Slot, and I was probably the first one to change my mind as well. I remember telling you in about October, November, you were going, "Oh, you said this and that about Slot," and I went 100%, 100% hands up. He's brilliant, and what he's doing out, and he's consistent, and he's holding it in. I hope he does. And then again with you, I know we've both had an argument about the whole Arsenal thing. And since about November, I've completely backed Liverpool to win the league all season.
Yeah.
And they've got it over the line. And like I say, there's not much more you can say. You've got a couple of aging players. There's a few more tweaks that need in that squad. And we've always said this. Coming up to the end of the season now, so Trent could go. Van Dijk's obviously staying. Robertson, we already know that could be a replacement as well. A little bit more depth. We already think Jota and Nunes potentially is tweaks everywhere, isn't there? Probably throughout the squad, but especially to keep the strength for next year to move on and do the same thing. If we're gonna
second time round, it's always harder, isn't it, for a new manager?
Definitely, especially if Liverpool want to retain the league. We always know, obviously, City are freaks. Man United have done it a few times, but retaining the Premier League is probably one of the hardest things in world football. As we say, it's the best league in the world. And
I think Kirkes, if they can get him over the line, I watched him again against Man United yesterday. I thought he's a cracking player. If you can get him over the line, I think he just fits into that.
Do you think
straight away?
Do you think his defensive responsibilities are better than Trent's?
Who?
Kirkes's.
And Trent's.
Yeah, I'm just saying. Obviously, Robertson is obviously a good
Well,
defense.
he'll go in for Robertson, won't he? He's a left
Yeah,
back, isn't he?
yeah.
So
But what I'm saying is, if Trent's not going anywhere yet, is he? Nothing's been signed. I mean, it's massive speculation
yeah,
still. With winning the league now, could something happen still? Ancelotti's left. No one knows who's the
yeah,
manager. Could that stall
yeah.
something? But what I'm asking is, if Kirkes comes and you've got Kirkes and Trent,
Hmm.
would you have to change the formation, do you think, to five at the back?
No, no, no,
No?
no.
Do you not think it'd leave you
No.
too vulnerable because with two being so attacking, do you get what I'm trying to say? With
Yeah,
with two
but
being
like
so
I said,
attacking.
yeah, we think
Robertson's a better
with
defender, isn't he? Robertson's a class defender.
yeah, we think we're the really attacking, but everything's always in a controlled manner with Liverpool this season. It's not like gun ho and crazy where it was under Klopp, where they had right backs and left backs in midfield and up front and all that. And they still obviously they would run 100%, try to get back in their position, but it's not like that anymore under Slot. So I think it would work to a T. I
Yeah.
think you get more. I think you get more stability when you play because you're the younger man, Kirkes. I think he
Well, yes,
fits in
but
straight away.
Bournemouth don't keep loads of clean sheets. That's all. You know what I'm not slagging him
Yeah,
as a player. I'm saying
but
as a system.
you've got better leaders and better defenders at Liverpool than Bournemouth, haven't they? You've got Van Dijk there, and you've got Canati who's improved.
Do you think you need another
So
centre half as well?
it depends. It all depends if Gomez goes or Quansah. If they don't go, then probably not. No.
I think there's a bit of a clean out at Liverpool, to be honest. I think like your Gomez
Yeah.
might go. Gomez or Quansah, I think one of the two will go. Like I say, we think Endo will go. I think Elliot could potentially go. I think Diaz, not Diaz. I think Nunes and Jota will go. I think it could be six players or something that get cleaned out of Liverpool
I'm
to
not too
freshen it
sure.
up.
Yeah, I think maybe one or two will go.
You
I
reckon
think
that's it?
Darwin might go. I think Darwin will go, and I think Kelly will go.
Oh, Kelly
Apart
as
from
well.
that,
I think it's like
apart from
seven
obviously
players.
Trent, who we think is going to go to Real Madrid, I think it will only be them three that go.
Yeah.
I think the others will stay.
You
Yeah.
not think the others will go to anyone else will go just to try and free up funds? Like FFP, big wages there, isn't there?
Well, Simicast
Simicast as well.
might go. If they get Kirk, he'll be third choice then, won't he? So he might want to go.
What do you
But he
think
loves
Robertson will
Liverpool,
go?
doesn't
Do
he?
you think Robertson will
Well,
go?
Robertson will fight with Kirkes, won't he? But you can't have three left backs at the club. That's impossible, isn't it? Well, not impossible, but
No, it doesn't
he's not
work.
going to be happy there. Simicast being third choice, so he might have to go as well.
I think only Arsenal have a team that have like three left backs and three right backs, aren't we?
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
there you go. Zinchenko, Calafiore, and who else
We've
is
got
there?
Timber,
Timber,
Lewis Skelly,
Skelly. Oh, they got four left.
Calafiore, Ben
Four,
White,
four, yeah. He plays right, doesn't he?
Teeny.
Yeah, four left backs, I think, that Arsenal's got. But
Yeah,
yeah,
well, he's tried to be Mourinho like Annie Arta, and it's backfired.
massively. So you think it's just gonna be a couple of players that leave Liverpool?
I think the three players that will leave Liverpool are Kelly, Nunes, and Trent.
Yeah,
And then if there's any more, then we'll see. I think they'll keep people like Endo and stuff like that. I think Canati's got 1 year left. I think there's a deal. Looks like he's coming. It looks like he's going to sign something.
think
Maybe for like
Elliot. Do
free.
you think Elliot will hunt out first team
Yeah, I think they'll
football?
keep. I think they'll keep hold of him. Yeah, it's like a massive family there, isn't it? I know some players want to play more first team football, don't they? But
Yeah.
Elliot's been on the fringes this season, hasn't he? He's like
How old's
with
Elliot now?
Sabota,
How old's Elliot now?
He's only 22, 23, isn't he?
Is he? Yeah, so he's been going a long time, but to say he's that and he's been around for a little bit, hasn't he? And he's not getting that first team
Yeah.
football.
But when you've got the experience of Alisson, Van Dijk, and Salah now, everyone just wants to play with them and train with them and learn from them.
You say
Yeah.
that, but again, look at Man United. Man United were there and did it, and the players came and went, didn't
Yeah.
they? Like
Yeah.
I went out. Johnny Evans wasn't old when he left Man United, and then you had your Nicky Butts that went in the mid-20s. It seems like they
Yeah.
were there forever, but ended up going to
Yeah.
Newcastle. And you've got players that were always fringe. It was like you think, oh, they're brilliant, they're part of it, it's all good. But some players really just want to play football.
Yeah. It all depends on their profile. And if
That's
they
it.
want to play 13 football, like Kelly, he's made for a first team.
Got to be hard for
somewhere.
got to be hard for a goalkeeper, isn't it?
Yeah, and like I said, Alisson's number one, and then the new keeper that's coming in, he's not going to be third choice, is he? So he's definitely be going. There's no doubt about it.
Do you think there's a choice? Do you think there was a weird way that Alisson could end up leaving? Having just won the title, like leaving on the top of the world, kind of. Or
I don't know. Maybe I don't know how long he's got left on his contract. He's got 1 more year, maybe 2 years left. I'm not sure. If he did, then it would be a good fight between Kelly and the new
yeah,
Georgian keeper, wouldn't
or Ed Kelly. It's
No.
like one of them minutes. Like, would Kelly then be happy to sit in second place again? He's played a good few games this year. He's a good keeper, Kelly.
it? Yeah. So
Strange,
yeah,
isn't
it's
it?
an interesting. It would be interesting in the summer on it with Liverpool. See
Now,
who goes, see who comes in.
well, let's move off there. Obviously, Liverpool champions. Congratulations to Liverpool for winning the second Premier League.
Thank you.
It's top five. It's heating up, isn't it?
Yeah.
So we're going 4 games now. Newcastle had 3-0 win over Ipswich Town.
Yeah.
Chelsea had a 1-0 win. Man City haven't played. Aston Villa haven't played. Forest
But
haven't
they already
played.
played in midweek, didn't they? So
Yeah,
they've all
so so they're up to scratch, but
all
just
played 34.
apart from Forest.
Who play on Thursday, don't they, against Brentford
Yeah.
at home?
Where do you
Then
see
everyone's
where
up
do you
there.
see it yourself now? 4 games to go. Your own personal opinion. Let's go for that. Obviously, we could analyse the Newcastle games, but yeah, obviously Newcastle were going to beat Ipswich. We beat Ipswich. Chelsea got a lucky 1-0 win. We could go into them for hours, but at this stage of the season, I'm not analysing the game. I don't think you can analyse too much because
Mm.
the plays all over there because it's so off the cuff and so you know what I'm trying to say? It's so like more personal now, isn't it? It's not like the mid-season games where you can kind of get
Mm.
a fair judgment of what's going on. I don't think you can really
It's
judge
hard
it.
to pick.
That's what I'm saying. You can't
It's
really
hard to
judge a
pick.
game nowadays at this time of the season, can you?
I think Forest have got the easier fixtures out the lot, but it doesn't go on easy fixtures, does it, in the Premier League? We know that, don't we?
Because
So
no
they've
fixture is
definitely
easy, is it?
and they've got that extra game on Thursday, but they have got the best running. But it doesn't. How will that affect them? Of getting knocked out yesterday? I don't think it will affect them that much.
You think they beat Brentford?
But
You think they beat Brentford?
they're at home, aren't they? I don't know. They keep a lot of good clean sheets, don't they, Forest? But they could be tired from that yesterday, and then Brentford could catch them out. They've had a bit of extra rest, haven't they? So,
Yeah,
but even after the games there, they've still got to play Leicester at home. Chelsea at home last game of the season, that could be a massive game. I think Chelsea have got the toughest fixtures out of all of them. They've got to play Liverpool next. They've got to go to Newcastle, and they've still got to go to Forest. They are some tough games, aren't
definitely.
they? I think they're the outsiders for me, Chelsea.
What do you think Chelsea the outsiders?
Yeah, because of the fixtures they've got. Yeah, and the way they're playing football as well. I think this game against Liverpool on Sunday is massive for them. Personally, I think they need to go and win that game, and they could win it because Liverpool might be,
Do you think Liverpool
down.
are going now on maximum points? Or do you think that they could actually let up and let youth in? How do you think it's going to play out that?
No, I think Liverpool
Push on for
would give
match?
Chelsea a bit of a hide in me on Sunday. It's at Stamford Bridge. I think I could go there and win quite comfortably.
I hope they do.
I think they can. Yeah, and I think they will. I think they'll beat Chelsea on Sunday. I've seen enough of Chelsea recently. I'm not. There's something not right about them for me.
I know we don't seem there, do we? We don't seem like they're all
No,
there.
no. If Liverpool want to win that on Sunday, I think they can go there and win.
What do you think of Newcastle and Brighton?
It's always a toughie because it's away at Brighton, isn't it? It could go either way. It could go either way, that game.
Yeah.
If it was at St James's, I fancy Newcastle strongly, but because it's
Even
at
though
Brighton,
at St James's earlier in the season, we dominated and lost 1-0.
got beat. Yeah, yeah. You've lost the FA Cup game as well, haven't you?
Yeah, which was 2-1.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's a bit of your bogey team, like
It is this
Arsenal bogey
season.
team for Newcastle.
It is this season. Every minute
Could
after the
go
last
either
couple of
way.
games.
It could go either way. That game. It's hard to call that game.
I think it's like a cup final game for Newcastle, to be honest, and I think Eddie will set it up
Yeah.
like that because obviously we know the stature of the three games after that being Chelsea, Arsenal, and Everton. Um,
Yeah.
and points on the table mean more than anything in football. You can't take the points off
Yeah.
the table once they're there, can you? So yeah,
They look very vulnerable at the back, though, Brighton. They're good going in the midfield and going forward, they're good. But there's definitely you can get at them. That
you can
high
get
line they
behind. Yeah,
play.
you can get behind
Yeah.
them, can't
No
you?
doubt. There's goals in the game anyway. We know that.
Yeah. So go on, then.
It just depends which way it go. Could
Go
be
on, then.
3-2
What?
Brighton. Could be 3-2 Newcastle.
Give me
Could
your
be goals in it.
give me your verdict then. Third, fourth, and fifth. Now I'm gonna say third, Man City, fourth, Newcastle, fifth, Nottingham Forest.
Yeah, I was going to go that as well. I think
Yeah.
them five will get it. Yeah, I think Villa and Chelsea are going to miss out.
I think personally, obviously, there's that little bias that I want Newcastle, but we are the teams with the points on the table at the minute, so
Yeah,
I do think that's how it'll go.
yeah,
Even
I do. I
though,
think Villa and Chelsea will miss out.
even though, as part of me, it thinks Villa could get maximum points out the last four games if they wanted to. And I'm not saying they will. I'm saying if you know if
Yeah,
they really really turned up because we've seen them throw some huge performances together this season. And I'm saying if you really
they're
wanted
good
it,
at home, aren't they? They're good at home, but away from home, you can't trust them.
you can't
Who have
with
they
it.
got next? Villa.
I'm not even sure, to be honest. Let me have a look. Let me have a look now. I'll look at the
I know they've got Tottenham in there at home. They'll beat them. But
right. So Aston Villa have got Fulham at home, Bournemouth away, Tottenham at home, Man United away.
I don't think they're getting maximum out of all them.
Well, we could. Fulham. They could beat Fulham at home. Yeah.
Yeah.
Bournemouth away. It's not impossible, that is it? Come on, it's not like playing
No,
Arsenal or something.
no.
Tottenham at home
Yeah, they'll
record,
beat
Tottenham, yeah,
them.
and Man United away. I mean, like
Yeah.
you're looking at the name Man United, but how good have Man United have lost 14 games this season? How many games have they lost at Old Trafford? Probably half a dozen at least.
Could get 9 out of that. Could get 9 out of 12. And how many points would that? They need about 70 points, wouldn't they? And how many are they on now? About 57, 58.
57, I think, run.
Yeah, it might not be enough. I think they need to win all four, mate.
League. Aston Villa on 57 points, yeah.
Yeah. I think they need to win all four.
Newcastle on 62. So Newcastle are 5 points ahead with 4 games to go.
Yeah.
So all we need really is Villa. But that's them in that's Villa being in seventh place. Jesus, so but yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. It's so close,
Because
isn't it? It's so close, isn't it?
I know Fulham have been playing brilliantly, but that's a tricky game, that Fulham at home. It really is.
For me, if Fulham come in and take points off Villa, that's Villa out of it.
Yeah, definitely.
Definitely. If Fulham can take points off Aston Villa at Villa Park, then they're sitting on 57. If Newcastle can get a draw, puts us on 63, that's 6 points, 5 points clear still with 3 to go. I think that's too far. But we could talk about this all day. Let's have a quick talk, a little recap on some of the games throughout the weekend. So Man United yesterday took a 1-1 at Bournemouth, a scrappy
Yeah.
1-1.
Sending off again, which was, for me, it's not a sending off. It changed the game. Honestly, Bournemouth were comfortable until that sending off.
Why was
As
it
soon
not
as
sending
went down
off?
to 10 men with, 70 minutes, so there's like 20 minutes plus 9 minutes added on. So it's like half an hour with 10 men. You just knew that United were going to get something. Even though they can't score goals, the extra man counts in that last 20 because they're tiring Bournemouth. It was never a red card in a million years. Never. I can't understand it, mate. The referees don't see what we see and what we've played.
But they do.
He's
They've seen it
split,
100 times.
and
That's the thing.
he's split, and it's a yellow card at the most. I just honestly, it drives me absolutely crazy.
We see it
Because
100
it never
times, though, Jebby.
endangered him. The red card is supposed to endanger someone, or really high, or do you know what I mean? And he just wrapped his foot round him But he slipped. Can you not see that the VAR that he slipped first? It's crazy. Honestly, it's madness. It's never a red card in a million years.
So what we're saying, Matt, is then another failure from a system of VAR.
God, another bad one again. Another bad one. Really was. Even Alan Smith on commentary said, "You've got to look at what's happened before the tackle. You know, he slipped
Yeah,
into it.
people
Don't
look at
look at stuff like
directly.
that."
No, they don't. But let's look at what happened and go, that he's done on purpose.
Yeah, but he's not even in danger. Like it wasn't like it was high or on his shin or his knee. He wrapped his foot round. It's just absolutely, honestly, it's a criminal decision for me. Honestly, mad. It spoilt the game because you just knew they were going to get something then because it was just all United.
So that's Sunday's games basically. Well, let's have a quick talk about the FA Cup. So we're going into an FA Cup final of Manchester City against Crystal Palace.
Yeah,
Did it finish 2?
yeah,
I didn't even
yeah. They
see that
scored in
then.
the second.
Right, okay. Oh, I just saw the recall. It was an early one. I mean, I didn't get the highlight back through.
Yeah,
He scored the second one.
Guardiola off the corner.
Did he?
Yeah,
Nice. Don't get the
Forest
points.
played. Forest were a better team second half.
Yeah.
Hitting woodwork 3 times.
Well, I saw that. I don't know. Yeah, I saw the on the highlights from goals. City deserved it, but Forest were no mugs with it at the time.
No, they had more of the game, City, as you normally do, but Forest had the better chances throughout the game. They were a bit unlucky, to be fair, but when you lose an early goal in the second minute, you're
Oh,
always
it's
up
so
against
early,
it.
yeah,
If you keep the ball so well, and you've got to start well against City, haven't you?
definitely.
But that was a kick in the teeth, really. Good finish by Reece Collingwood.
Yeah. Surprisingly started as well beside him on the FPL for the double game week, and he didn't even come off the bench. That's
I know, you know what Pep's like, Pep roulette.
weird. I ended up getting -1 points for Michael Keane. Crystal Palace, that was a dominant win over Villa, weren't it? Which is why, again, I think Villa will burst back into life this week.
Yeah,
Smelly saw what he had a performance of his life.
yeah. Mateta and Eze, they were a good team. Wharton, they were all a
Wharton
good
played
team.
brilliant. Gay, Henderson at the back. They've got such,
Yeah,
when you actually look at some of them players, they've got such a great spine of a squad, haven't they?
yeah, they got a good team.
They
Palace.
haven't they? But it's and imagine look how like internationally, how or say not internationally, how European wise, Elise he's had a great season at Bayern.
Yeah,
He has. He's had a brilliant season. He's put the figures in there, like the numbers are there at the top of the league. He's enjoyed himself. He's done well, and he was a big signing for them. And not many signings.
yeah.
Like when we talk about the Rafinhas again, who've hit the ground running, what they're doing. Like not many people would have
Elise
said
done well.
that. Not many people would have said that Vincent Kompany would get relegated from the Premier League and walk into one of the top 10 teams in Europe and win their league.
Mm. Yeah,
Especially when we just lost the league the year before with
yeah,
Alonso coming in.
yeah.
It's like, even though fair enough, we've got some good players, but you don't. Does that just show the difficulty of the Premier League and like that you can actually choose a manager like Vincent Kompany that everyone's like, how's he
Mm.
got that job? How do you get relegated into the Championship but get
Yeah.
a job at Bayern
I
Munich?
think it's his playing style, and I think a lot of the guys from above, the sporting directors or whoever it is, chairmans and all that, they like his style of football, don't they? Companies, but it won't work for certain clubs because obviously they're not good enough, the players, to do it,
Yeah,
like at
but
Burnley. But
so
Bayern
why?
Munich can do it.
So do you think then that showing his style off but getting relegated was good for him?
Yeah, it must have been. Yeah, and
It
it probably
obviously was.
attracted players.
It obviously was
Yeah,
because look where he is. But it,
yeah.
so I wonder why the attraction hasn't been there for someone like Russell Martin because they played a very similar kind of play.
Yeah, I
It's
think
a
someone
name
a
thing.
bit more experienced, maybe company.
Is it? Is it? Is
Actually,
it? Is it a name? Is it a name thing? Do you reckon that?
yeah, probably, yeah, yeah.
It's a
Because
company. It's a huge name, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah,
When you
yeah,
look at
probably.
what I'm trying to say is really, apart from a respect issue, I've no reason in my mind why Russell Martin couldn't have done a very similar job at Bayern Munich and probably won the league.
Probably would have. Yeah, probably would have because he would have had the players like
That's it.
company that.
It's all about the
Yeah.
players. And I know he'd done it at MK Dons and he'd been at Swansea and stuff like that and brought
Yeah.
Southampton up. But um, I honestly
Well,
think at times.
after him, by the way, that was somewhat, and he's got a lot to offer. That guy.
But who
So,
do you think will go after him? Who do you think? Because now
well,
seeing that style of play, it's got to be a top 10 team.
yeah, yeah, I would say so. Yeah, yeah,
It
yeah.
has, hasn't it? It can't be anyone in the bottom because anyone in the bottom is
No,
going to be like, it's not going to work. Too many teams in
no.
the bottom now think we can play football where we have to
Yeah,
be realists and think this Premier League is fucking difficult. We have to stay up first.
yeah.
Stay up, get your
He
money,
might,
and
he
then
might do it. At someone like a Wolves would be a good team, but he's doing well. The manager, isn't he?
yeah, he's turned it.
Vieira.
Yeah, he's turned it
He's
round a bit.
turned it around. So, someone like that, I reckon he could make them West Ham. I think West Ham would be a good. But obviously Potter's new one, isn't he?
Do you think I'm going too far saying that Russell Martin would be a good replacement for Ange?
Yeah, yeah, that's be a good. I think that'd be a good appointment. Yeah,
I think he could
yeah.
do something, and I like him. I like Russell Martin, but again, we spoke earlier in the year, and 100% thought he's just not the right manager to
The
do
thing
what he
is, though,
needs to do.
you need someone who can adapt different styles. Angie can't, and probably Russell Martin can't really because they play the same way. So you need someone like a Slot or someone who can adapt in different
How?
in
How
game.
even?
Yeah, Eddie Howe's brilliant in gameplay. So you need someone like that at
That's
Tottenham,
it.
in my opinion.
And that
Yeah,
we always talk about this. That's the main thing in management, isn't it? Being able to adapt to your
yeah,
situation. It's like working to
yeah,
a habitat, isn't it? If you go to post a letter for a fucking letterbox and the letterbox won't let it's locked, you're not gonna keep trying to post it, are you? You're gonna
well, I
knock.
probably would.
You're gonna. You're gonna knock on the door and see if someone's in and give it them.
Well, yeah,
But these
yeah,
guys, these guys, it seems like, oh, it's not working, it's not working, it's not working. But we'll keep giving it, we'll keep going, we'll keep going, and it just
yeah,
doesn't work, and we get sacked. It's like someone coming to you going, Jebby, I've not had any mail for 3.5 months. Yeah, your letterbox didn't work, so I just kept trying. Well, you know what I mean. I hope that.
yeah,
But again, Amaran as well. Amaran's are guilty at the minute. You've got
yeah.
Amaran, you've got these kind of players that these what we call these so-called system players, system managers.
They haven't got the players to do it, Man
Even
United, have they?
what do you not feel like um him I can't even say his name. Him at Aston Villa, Emery.
You are Emery.
He's a
Yeah.
system player.
Yeah.
He can
Yeah.
adapt again, and it just shows if he's got that bit more quality. The older guys, he've got a lot more quality in.
Well, Arteta's very good. I know you're not his biggest advocate, are you? But I think he's a top manager. Me, I know he's not won a lot. He's only won the FA Cup, but I think he can adapt in games and he can set a team up.
I don't like Arteta because of his arrogance, but as an Arsenal fan, you'd love him. It's like
Yeah,
it's like through early 2000s, if you didn't support Chelsea, you hated Mourinho. I mean,
yeah,
we have arguments all day about football, and that's what these debates are about. Your opinion, it's your opinion against my opinion. And
that's it.
I'd love to have a conversation or something and speak to people like the Arsenal fans about because Arteta obviously has a lot of good, great stuff. He's done wonders for that club at the minute. But one of the things that annoys me is how Arsenal are just automatically now not been in the top. They've not won a major trophy for 20 years, but all of a sudden everybody's like they're like the championship winning team like all the time. Like it's like they
Yeah,
just jumped there and they've got it without winning anything. That's the most annoying
yeah.
thing for me, I see, because I'm like, you've still won fuck all. What
I
are you on
know, but
about?
he's got to get him somewhere. He's got to get him somewhere, and he has done it. He has made progress, hasn't he?
No,
There's
he's
no
made
doubt about
progress, but everybody automatically go, oh, Newcastle are never going to be where Arsenal are. And I'm like, what? Winning nothing. Do you know what I mean? That's what I'm
it.
saying. And like, fair
Yeah,
enough,
it's
second
only
place doesn't get you a lot.
baby, isn't it? Baby steps, but
It is, and
fans want more. As your fan as a club, you want more and more, don't you? Because you want success like that. It
yeah.
doesn't happen like that. Do you know what I mean? You need time.
But in
He's
modern
had enough
day,
time, in my opinion. He's had enough time now to where if he wins the Champions League, then hats off. But I
yeah.
think it's about time he starts winning
So what if
something
it
major.
doesn't? What if so again for an
Yeah,
Arsenal
yeah,
perspective, there's four teams left in the Champions League, and just to say, I do want Arsenal to win it. I'm a Newcastle fan,
yeah,
obviously. I don't like, but it's an English club. I'd love an English club to win the Champions League again.
Yeah.
It's good for everyone. It's good for the country. It's good for the league. It's good for football.
Yes.
If they don't, where do you think that leaves him?
I just think he's in the same position because he's going to finish second in the Premier League, semi-final or final Champions League. Like I said, he's progressed again, but he's just not got to that.
Okay,
Maybe he's been let down by the owner a little bit. Maybe he wanted a couple of strikers in when either they couldn't afford him or they didn't have him. Or
you can't say we can't afford him because we signed Calafiori for 50 odd million, Mourinho for 30 million. We got Sterling on loan. It's obviously
I
we could
know.
have got someone on loan. We could have got another striker if we really wanted, couldn't we?
But something's happened behind the scenes for him to go. The who was the guy that went halfway through the season?
Edu.
Yeah, there's something going on there. And look, I think they are ready made. I do. I think they are. I just think that a couple of tweaks, 1-2 players it away. They are.
Okay. Right, okay,
I
so
just think.
next question. Next season, obviously Man City are not going to be as bad as they were. And
Yeah.
we're thinking Liverpool will strengthen. Where does that leave Arsenal? In your opinion?
That need to strengthen. They need to strengthen big time in the attacking areas, don't they?
So this
No doubt
minute,
about it.
so this minute, where does it leave? Like top three, top four? What would you say? Because obviously you've got teams there now, and no one will ever speak about. Another thing that annoys me is no one will ever speak about Newcastle, even though we're like a few points away from them. Like,
Yeah. Uh, but it is getting to that. Like I said, Liverpool could finish on over 90 points again this season. That's the bridge. That's the way you need to get to now if you want to win a Premier League. Is around 90 points.
say Arsenal finish
Around
fourth.
that target.
Say Arsenal finish fourth next season. Where does that leave Arteta?
Oh, he's got to go. But I don't think they'll finish fourth.
No. So you think that?
No, I think it'll be out of them two again for me. But I think it'll be the gap has got to be smaller. He's got to
Wait.
be
So,
smaller.
so you said so Man City have won the league 4 times in a row, yeah?
Yeah, but I
And
think
then they've had a bad season. Liverpool have won it. We still didn't capitalise, and Man City are clearly going to be better. But we still think that you still think Arsenal are going to do enough to finish above Man City next season.
Yeah, I don't know. I think Man City are on not a massive decline, and I think obviously they're going to get better. But I don't. Are they going to get? It depends who they get in.
What you're telling me, right? And I'm just looking at the league table now, Jebby. That massive decline that they've had this season leaves them 6 points behind Arsenal.
Yeah, I know.
Over 34 games, City have had an absolute shocker of a year.
I know.
Pep's even saying it's the worst season ever. I'm not even happy if we win the FA Cup. It's like we've had worse season, and we're 6 points behind Arsenal, and we're still trying to save it.
But
Arsenal finish above.
You take them 7 draws at home or whatever they have, and they put them to win. They have an extra 14 points, 15 points. I know
about anything.
I know, but that's how close Arsenal are. I think.
Yeah, but Man City have drawn 7 games. You could turn three of them draws to wins, and they'd be above Arsenal.
I know you can say that about anything. It's all in hindsight, isn't it? But I do feel that Arsenal. I think it will be out of Arsenal Liverpool again next season, and I do think City will be better. I think Newcastle will be better. I think Villa will be better. But are they going to get enough points to challenge for the title? That's the thing.
I don't think Arsenal will.
You'll have to ask me the transfer window because it's hard to predict now.
Oh, definitely.
But what I would say is, City are not going anywhere, but they are on a bit of a decline. There's no doubt about it.
We have been this year. Yeah, but look at that. So you're telling me City aren't going to strengthen as well?
Of course they will, yeah. But I look at City and the goalkeeper and the defence. It needs a lot of work done to it. And midfield as well. It does need a lot of work to it. I know they keep the ball very well and all that, but they're very slow. They are. So many teams are getting at them now. You have to keep that up for 38 games next season again. It depends who they bring in. If you look at John Stones, he's not getting any younger.
No, I'm not denying that.
Midfield doesn't look right. De Bruyne's gone. Rodri's coming in. Obviously, he'll make a difference, but Guardiola, he lacks pace. They lack a lot of pace in them.
You think Guardiola lacks pace? I think Guardiola played better at left back. Obviously, they've been playing him centre half, haven't they, for a little bit now? But you've got the young kid O'Reilly coming in. You've got James McAtee
Yeah.
is there.
I
You've
don't
got
think they lack a lot of pace.
yeah.
I've become
So where's the pace? Where's the pace at Arsenal? Because I think they play kind of a slow game as well.
They
Just
do.
with just with you comparing the two,
But Declan Rice in midfield has got legs, and if
right?
Pogba's going to stay as well, he's got legs.
Right. So you've got Declan Rice and you've got Rodri, yeah. So you've got them two
Yeah, yeah,
off each other, yeah. So your centre halves, I'd say, are better. Your goalkeepers are probably on par, Raya and Edison.
yeah, yeah.
You
But
left them.
I think Timbers. I think he's a hell of a player. I think he's got a lot of pace and strength.
I'd
I think then
say
wide thing.
Guardiola is as good as any of them two if he plays left back.
Yeah, he does. But I worry for City, mate, next season. I don't know.
Kanji's had a big injury. The
They're in
World Club.
the Championship as well, Pete. As well, that's like it pre-season. Are they going to be playing too many games again? Honestly, I'd be worried about City for title contenders again next season for me.
Okay.
I still think they'll have enough to finish top four, but I don't think it's out of them next season. I'll also see what they do in the transfer window, see what Arsenal do, Liverpool, Newcastle, and all that, and it give you another prediction in a few months. But yeah, at this moment in time, I think it's going to be out of Liverpool and Arsenal again next season. But time will tell.
I think that's a bad shout. But again, honestly, you can't say anything. We've got two transfer windows to come. Obviously, the World Club Cup have got their own transfer window now from the 1st of June.
Yeah,
They're for a month, and then the main one that
I think it's
starts.
more games that the City don't need, and I don't know. It's what is it, 3 or 4 weeks before the season starts again? That if they get to the final, okay, they're not going to have a pre-season, are they?
Well, that
just,
is a pre-season, isn't it? That is a pre-season, isn't it?
It is, but I just think it's
And
back to 10.
they'll make a hell of a lot of money from it as well.
Yeah, I think Bernardo Silva is another cracking player, but he's getting older again. I think they're lacking a bit of legs, me. But you know what, Pep's a genius, isn't he? So we can't knock him. So
Yeah.
I just think we'll wait and see. Wait and see.
Definitely.
But, yeah, early contenders: Arsenal, Liverpool next season again.
So you're saying the same again, even as bad as
The gap, definitely.
So what makes you think that? That's my question to you.
I think we'll have a good transfer window.
Okay. So you're solely going off that. Nothing that they've done this year. You just think that they'll have a good transfer window. So what makes you think again that? What makes you think?
Do you think they're ready made to win the Premier League? I just think they're 1 or 2 players short in the attacking areas, and if they can get them sort of players in and keep a lot of the injuries, get back Gabriel Jesus, Havertz, who are still good squad players. I think they'll honestly, I do think they'll be there or thereabouts.
Yeah.
Like I said, that Isaac thing, I don't know if that's going to go away. If you can get someone like him who can score a lot of goals, or if it's Benjamin Sesko, someone like that, I think they'll be there or thereabouts, yeah. Because I think they've got a very good nucleus of the team.
Yeah.
A good spine. I really do, yeah.
Okay. Fair enough. Right, and on that note, Jebby, it's been a bit of a pod that I'm going to leave it at that, yeah.
Yeah.
So thank you very much for football as we see it. Don't forget to hit the like button and please subscribe to us. It means a lot. And we'll be back very soon. From Floydy, Jordy and Jebby, ciao for now.
Ciao for now.